Hi, it's Professor Jim Rock's Math, video number 8 in a series of basic math, basic algebra. Okay, at the end of the 7th, we discussed the minus sign and word problems. If you can keep track of the minus sign, which we're going to be able to keep track of, we can handle both basic math, basic algebra, intermediate algebra, math for liberal arts, pre-calculus, calculus, whatever has math, trigonometry, not trig so much, but most of the other things, we need to keep track of this minus sign. And the mathematicians and the math books, they love the minus sign, of course, because it's confusing, just my opinion. Okay, so if we have something like this, that looks pretty straightforward. You know, okay, you have 7 of something, you subtract 5 of something, and you can write it like this also. Then you have 2 of something remaining. Fine. So Joe ate a slice of pizza. There's 7 slices left. Mary, Tom, and Roger eat 5. So they have 2 slices of pizza left in the box. Okay, that's pretty direct with the minus sign, right? Okay. So then they throw stuff like this at us. And we go, huh? No, that's not what we will. Originally, we'd probably go, huh? We're going to get to this stuff. As I mentioned, minus sign. When you're adding or subtracting, this way, it's very direct. They also like to do this thing. Okay. 7 minus a minus 5 in brackets. We remember from the order of operations video, which I think was video number 1, that we do the rounded brackets first. Well, that's minus 5 in the rounded brackets. But there's a minus sign on the outside. So we can go, okay, I'm in utter confusion, I can't do the math problem. Probably not a good idea to say that. You can think it if you want, of course, but we want to get it right. So we're gonna go get it right. So 7, the opposite of a negative is positive. The opposite of a positive is negative. So some people go, okay, the opposite of minus 5, that would be plus 5, right? Then they add 7 and 5, and they get 12. And all's good. All right, some people have a hard time with the minus sign. It puts them in utter confusion, or at least partial confusion. And the idea of learning from these videos is to not be in confusion. Okay, so let's not be in confusion. All right. A lot of people, they look at this thing, they go, after you do this for a while, you know, it's like the opposite of negative is this, the opposite of positive is that, this, that. By the time you get to the 5th or 6th thing, you want to just leave the math problem alone and go do something else. But, so to get around that, what a lot of people do is they put a 1 here. Because you can make 1 times anything is the anything, and you can divide by 1, and that's the same number. You can multiply by 1, and that's the same number. They say, okay, I've got my round bracket here, so I'll take minus 1 times minus 5. Now it becomes multiplication. And when the signs are the same, the answer is positive when you have 2 numbers. When the signs are different, you have a negative. So it's like, okay, the sign's the same? Yeah. Okay, it's positive. Sign's different? Yeah. And it's negative. Okay, you don't have to keep going. The opposite of this is that, and the opposite of that is this, and back and forth. Okay, this is called the distributive rule. Rules, theorems, laws, in math, it's all the same thing. It's something that's worked. Hopefully will continue to work. They've done these things billions and billions, trillions of times around the world, and they work. So they call them rules or theorems or laws. Okay, I like calling it distributive rule. All right, basically we take the number outside the brackets, multiply by the number inside the brackets. Negative times negative is positive. 7 plus 5 is still 12. We get the same answer. Then we can take on monsters like this with that. If we want to. Yeah, we want to. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. This is kind of long-winded, order of operations. Okay. Round the brackets? Yeah. We could put, we could put square brackets on it if we want. And then those official fancy brackets that I don't know the name of, we can put them in there too, if we want. Okay, we've got our distributive rule thing going on, so we'll keep using it. Okay, all right. Brackets first. Negative 5 times negative 7, negative times negative is positive. They're the same sign. Okay, 35. Okay, minus times a positive, different signs, right? 7's positive. It doesn't have to have a plus sign to know it's positive. It's automatically positive if it doesn't have a sign in front of it. So this 7's automatically positive. Negative 5 times negative 7 is minus 35. Square bracket, fancy bracket. Okay, 6 minus 35, negative 29. Maybe we're talking about temperature, that's really cold. All right, minus 4 minus 35 is plus a minus 39. When you get plus or minus, you can just get rid of that plus sign because you're adding a negative, which is the same as just saying subtract. So 29 and 39, put them together, put a minus sign in front of them. If it looks utterly confusing, we can always add the numbers as positive numbers, and we know the answer since both are negative and we're adding, we're subtracting. In this case, adding two negative numbers, we know it has a negative sign. So that's 18, carry that. Minus 68. Okay, that doesn't look too bad now, right? It looked kind of bad to start with.